Welcome to another Baka commentary. In this role will be me on the start doing a summary on the Intel CES 2025 presentation. As always, on top of my summary, I will also give my analysis / impression, as I typically always do with my tech content video. So, Intel, it's this CES 2025 presentation, they reveal finally the full Intel Core Ultra Gen 2 lineup for both their laptop, the ultra low power U series, the performance H series, and lastly the ultra high performance HX series, as well as their desktop lock series, non-K CPUs, as well as the H and the B series chipset, which are a lot more budget slash mass volume focused. And there is simply all that Intel has revealed, and I basically cut out all that bullshit from the Intel presentation that they spent an hour blabbling about. Now, on to part 2 of the video. Analysis and impression. Intel Core Ultra Gen 2. This finally is a very much needed launch on the full lineup of the laptop series. As one laptop has efficiency is very, very efficient. You can have as much performance as possible, like on the desktop where they really have a lot of performance, but if the efficiency is horrific on the laptop, it's not going to be able to replicate the same success as the desktop counterpart or the data center counterpart, where basically cooling is very, very hot, almost considered infinite, and basically high efficient, and efficiency isn't as key on that. As well as, finally, Intel has acknowledged that their silicon, if they give it to third-party vendors, they will change the power level of the silicon, which again, Intel has kind of always insisted they use the reference spec and kind of never acknowledged that third party will deviate from the standard power profile that Intel recommends. And as kind of, if we are we shouldn't be worried too much about third parties being like, hey, being doing this, being too, hopefully we don't turn into another Intel 14th gen disaster where they overvolted it and increased beyond the safety of basically the specification too hard, and kind of, yeah. As well as, these, as well as these laptop SKUs and the desktop locked H and B series chipset, as you probably guessed it, these things are the massive Intel last bastion moneymaker in the consumer space, as basically they do a lot of volume, and as well as a lot of them, as well as moneymakers, while the DIY has basically slipped away from them, as well as even the data centers that are listening. You bet Intel is going to be doing everything they can to basically keep their current, pre-built market dominance and keep the normies buying Intel CPUs at least. And kind of, they didn't say anything about Intel graphics, so that's again another concern. With Intel graphics long for integrated, I have no doubt it's going to be living, but for discrete, I am starting to doubt Intel be like, yeah, we're just gonna be maybe not commit long term, or we might not ultra long give, like, NVIDIA or the AMD, where we might give them about like 6, 7, 8 years worth of support, and we might end support, as we all know, Celeste and Druid. I think after Druid, if Intel is still kind of in this current, it's buggy state and basically still not universal, the design is still problematic, I think Intel discrete graphics might end up getting pulled eventually, but yeah. Overall, this Intel presentation is very much shows to me that it's a company that is treading water and has given up kind of expanding their territory, as clearly they cannot, as they're doing everything to have used whatever to tread waters and defend territory. As kind of, as I said again, they've lost their mind, losing mindshare in the enterprise industry and in the industry, and they are defending the last bastion of desktop, pre-built, and laptop. That brings the end to another Baka commentary video, and this also brings the end of another yearly series of CES presentation, summary, and analysis. If you like the series, press the like, share, subscribe, subscribe and comment for any feedback, and I'll see you guys in the next video.